Yo, what's good?
Yo,
Episode 41, Gold Dirty Bastards. Big Leo in the house with me,
what's
Nip.
up, Kraken?
Womack is taking a COVID bye week. I don't know what he's up to. Maybe he's getting his vaccine. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's whispering to Jimmy.
Probably doing the crate challenge outside Jimmy's house.
Probably doing the crate challenge with Jimmy. Yeah, that sounds about right. What's good, Leo? What's good? What you been up to, man? How was the weekend?
It's cool. It's good. Watch
Hey.
some boxing, watch some football. You know, watch some watch some Giants baseball as well. Football,
Giants.
boxing.
Yeah, so it was a good weekend for sports. I watched a little bit of everything as well. But yeah, let's start off with the biggest news of the weekend. We called it here. I called it here last week. If you tuned in, you seen what was up. Ugas upsets Pacquiao, big upset. Betting wise, I threw down 50. I got back 165 on it, so I made a little something off of it. Nothing major,
Cool.
but that I had posted on we had posted on the GDB's Instagram and Twitter that Ugas had a weird looking left bicep, so that kind of got me shook because that shit was hella swollen, and it wasn't just one source. Like I looked at multiple sources, and that shit had it was on like various sites, and you had various different pictures, various angles, and they were all of I think the day before at the weigh-in. Most of them were at the weigh-in. There was like footage of him icing it after sparring. So
like
that
2 or
shit,
3 days. Yeah.
that had me shook. I was like, oh shit, because I I picked Ugas before, so I was like, damn, this does change things because people were saying it was a torn bicep. A lot of people were saying torn bicep. But it just came down to it. I was like, I'm gonna stick by my guns. I think he's probably okay. Otherwise, they wouldn't have cleared him unless he paid some hush money or something to let him fight. But I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna ride with Ugas, and sure enough, he did what I said he was gonna do. He stood behind the jab. He used his height. You seen him shoving Manny around. He was going to the body, counter punching, all the stuff I said Manny has problems with traditionally. Ugas was smart. He didn't get tricked into going to a firefight with Manny. He didn't really start going toe to toe with him too much at all. But when he did, it was when you could tell Manny's punches were already watered down. He had nothing on him. I'd say after the 5th round, Manny looked tired. Now I don't think it was a case of just Ugas beating an old Manny. I think that Ugas at any age would have gave Manny some problems because of the length, because of the jab, because of all those factors. The guys Manny has had success against, they haven't been fighters like Ugas. The guys who've given him problems traditionally, Mayweather, Marquez, Morales, those are all boxing guys who outboxed him in those fights. So I think it was some age, a little bit. Definitely Manny looked like he got a little bit tired. But overall, I think I still would pick Ugas against the prime Pacquiao. I just think he's a styles make fights, and he's a style that Pacquiao at any time in his career probably would have problems with. And I cashed out. I've been calling a couple upsets here and there. I had Teofimo against Loma as well. So and it's weird. Everybody's like, oh man, he's old, this and that. But nobody was popping that shit before the fight. I think I was the only one on here that picked him, Ugas. Yeah. And I was arguing all week with folks on Facebook and Instagram. Everybody's saying Ugas getting knocked out inside of 5, inside of 6, this and that. But then once Pacquiao lost, the whole narrative just switched to, oh, Pacquiao's old, he should retire. I don't think that's the case, though. I mean, I think he should for his own health, but I think he still could be very, very capable to beat some of the welterweights out there. A fight I'd like to see him fight. I don't know what if they go down to 140 to do a catch weight or make it at 147 would be Manny versus Ryan Garcia. I don't know if you've seen, but there was some footage a couple weeks back of Manny pretty much taking it to Ryan Garcia in sparring. Now sparring's 2 different things, but I think Ryan Garcia has been talking like he wants that Pacquiao fight. So if Pacquiao was to continue, I think that's a fight Pac could pretty much get a big win, get another name on his resume, and not take too much damage in return because I don't think Ryan is that good. So that's one option. What about you? Let me get your thoughts on the fight. What did you think? Did you get to see the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole fight. We were celebrating my pop's birthday on Saturday. He wanted to watch the fight. Well, of course, he wanted to watch the Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight. So we ordered the fight, even though it ended up being against Ugas. But yeah, I'm gonna take a L on this. Like I had said in the previous episode, wasn't really familiar with Ugas. I've heard of him. I thought even my pops had seen it, but he had no clue who the guy was. But my pops said he was a good, it was a smart fight. Ugas knew what he had to do and stay to that game plan. You can see Manny was very like upset with himself. Like his plan, he thought he was able to just go in there and cause Ugas just to get hurt with those flurries of punches, those combos that he had. Those combos were not effective at all. Many were being blocked by the glove and forearm.
Yeah, he was missing hell.
And you could tell like it was pissing him off. It just totally took out his game plan, and that allowed Ugas to counter punch back, and he had that right hook that he was just landing. The glove was doing no favor for him. It was hurting him. You could see at the end of the fight, both eyes were swollen. He had cut on the side of the temple. Nose was bleeding. A little blood coming out of the mouth. Usually we don't see Pacquiao like that. Also, you could tell he's also, I believe, like in the 5th or 6th round, you can see his wife on the side.
She was looking shook.
Yeah, she looked like she knew that Pacquiao was getting hurt, and she, of course, she had one of the probably closest views of all of us. So she probably, she could tell that Manny was getting hurt. So just right there, that just showed you that Ugas was the real deal. Honestly, if they make the fight against him and Earl Spence, that would be a good fight, I think. I know I had mentioned that I thought that Earl Spence was going to have some problems with Manny Pacquiao, but now that I think it would have been the same outcome if Earl Spence had fought this fight.
I said it would be the same. That was my prediction for that fight too. Spence by decision. But I think Spence might have took him out, honestly. I think Spence would have knocked him out.
There was a couple of shots. Yeah, you could tell that Manny got hurt. And Ugas is a former Olympian, from Cuba. So I'll give him his props. Well deserved. And even though he was going to fight on the same night, of course, Manny Pacquiao is a total different fighter. I think he was in the face of Maidana. I'm not sure if it was Chinito's brother or nephew or cousin or something like that, but he's related to Chinito Maidana. So that was also another challenge right there. You know what I'm saying? From training, from finding one fighter to another boxer, that's going to take some time. So I believe he had only 11 days when the Earl Spence news about the torn retina. So I got to give Ugas his props. So yeah, and you called it too. So yeah, and I think Womack as well had called for Manny, and that was
Womack to Pacquiao. He's same thing. He was unfamiliar with Ugas. Try to tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I had watched that Porter versus Ugas, and man, I seen a lot from Ugas. You seen the toughness there, because Porter ain't no joke. You go 12 rounds of Porter, you're official, and you're competitive. Like I said, that was a very competitive fight. Some people actually had it scored for Ugas, but like I said, I had Porter edging him out by a round, or I could have seen it a draw, but I seen a lot from Ugas, and I was like, man, that was one of the main things. I was like, I seen this fight. I think Porter is much more physical than Manny, and Ugas was able to pretty much go toe to toe with him. So that was a good clue as to how Ugas would stand up versus Manny, and he was able to be successful. The jab was brilliant. He just stuck with the jab. He didn't get sucked into any fights with Pacquiao, any stupid exchanges. It was all very calculated, and I think that's the way I've always said you can beat Pacquiao. Fight behind the jab. Don't do anything stupid until the later. You can get a little more careless in the later rounds, but early on, I've said this numerous times on this show. You stay away from Manny's power early, you got a good chance of winning the fight. A lot of those knockdowns came in fights early. Thurman, Barrera, Morales, and Juan Manuel Marquez got knocked down 3 times in their first fight. But those were all early, so I think you stay away from Manny early. The blueprint's out, but it's a little bit late. But I think throughout his career, he was he benefited from some good matchmaking. They know the type of guy that Manny fights well against, and they stayed away from a lot of the guys who could have gave him problems. Which is why I don't have Manny that high on my like top all time list or whatever, top 5, top 10. I wouldn't even put Manny in there. But a lot of people would try to argue with me that he's number 1, which I say get the fuck out of here too. I mean, he's got 7 losses now, 8 losses, I believe. So he's a good fighter. He's definitely one of the most exciting fighters. I like to watch him fight. And my problem is more with the fans and Aram than it is with Manny himself. I think Manny's a good dude. He's cool. But like his fans are just obnoxious as fuck. They're not even really boxing fans. They're mostly casuals. They watch Pacquiao fights. They jump on and talk shit, but they don't even be knowing like the history of the sport, most of them. And it's just kind of annoying. And Aram, he hid behind Aram a lot of the time back in the day, and Aram was hiding in, playing weight games with him. So I'm not the biggest Pacquiao dude. I think he's a good fighter. I guess I could even say great, but I don't have him like top 10 at all. And I think he's a little overrated just overall, because you look at some of the losses he's had. He's had losses now to Jeff Horn and Ugas. Those dudes are not in the top 10. So I just feel like, man, he's overrated. I'll say it. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I do respect his game. I like his power. He does have some power. He brings excitement to fights. So I will give him that. He definitely is an exciting all-time great, but just not in my top 10. Maybe somewhere in my top 15 overall. I don't know. Maybe you're not even there. I'd have to go back and look. But if we're talking like all weight classes, I got some guys I'd have over him. What about you? Where would you have him ranked? Like, just, I mean, we're not going to do a whole top 5 or anything or top 10, but
I would have him somewhere. I wouldn't have him in my top 5 or top 10, maybe top 15 or 20. But yes, he was. I mean, but excited fights. I wasn't a huge Manny Pacquiao fight, but his fights always guaranteed action. That was one of the reasons you ordered a Manny Pacquiao fight, and also he always fought top level talent. Maybe he was too early or late in the careers, but it would have been nice to see both when both Mayweather and Pacquiao fight when they were younger. But he had a lot of action-packed fights, a lot of he fought top level competition.
He was getting a lot of them fights though when after Floyd had already beat them people like Hatton, De La Hoya. He fought De La Hoya at 47. He drained him, whereas Floyd fought him I think a year and a half earlier at 154, which is what the weight Oscar had been at for the past 7 years. So I mean, I'm not just gonna bash him, but I mean I think he is a little bit overrated. And they played a lot of the weight games. They did it with Morales, the second and third fights. They played some games. So I mean, Manny's a great fighter. I'm not going to take that away from him, but like I said, I think he is overhyped in the grand scheme of things. I think people do overhype the guy. But what about like for you? Do you think he should retire? Do you think he should hang him up, or do you think maybe he still has 1 or 2 fights left in him?
I talked to a couple of my coworkers at work, Filipino
Pacquiao fans.
I asked them, what they thought. They Pacquiao fans, Filipino fans, they thought that most likely he's close to the road of retirement. I know there was some talk that there's the presidential election in the Philippines. I'm not sure if he's favored or anything like that, but they were telling me that he does have the money to run for president, and he's very popular, and he has a lot of famous friends. So they see there's a potential for him of running for president. I think he's already a senator, as a couple have mentioned. So I think but you did bring a good suggestion. Maybe fight Ryan Garcia. He's an upcoming boxer. If this is that could be his farewell fight, and why not do it against a young upcoming boxer? And pretty sure that would if he is running for election presidential, that would be probably and most likely that would be a huge payday for him. So if he needs money to run for president of the Philippines, I'm pretty sure that would be a good way to get some of that bread. So
Yeah. The other option too would be to go the route of some of these guys are doing now with these MMA mixed fights. He could go
Mm-hmm.
after like a Jake Paul. He could go after. I think he's too small for them. He'd have to make him come
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
But
he's
he could
big.
make something work. I think he'd
Mm-hmm.
probably get up to about. He's at 147 now. He could probably get up to like 160 and make Jake Paul come down about 175. Maybe that
But the
could
height
work as
advantage
an
would be huge,
exhibition.
though.
Yeah. That's true.
That height would be super. Yeah.
Shit, fight De La Hoya again. De La Hoya
Well,
needs the
yeah,
money, obviously.
for real.
Or
I mean,
I can't really see anybody else out there for him. Maybe
Connor.
McGregor. McGregor, yeah, I was just gonna say that would be a good one.
Yeah,
That would be entertaining. McGregor would
yeah,
talk a lot of shit.
yeah.
But Manny would knock him out. Let's be honest. Manny would put him out. But
Yeah.
the lead up to the fight would be entertaining, and somebody would get
Mhm.
knocked out for sure.
Yep.
I would take the under on that. Under on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good
I'm,
to have a big fight. It wasn't the hugest fight, but like I said in the lead up to this fight, I said it's not the big fight we expected, but this is definitely a fight, a good fight, a solid fight, and it lived up to
mhm.
that. I think it was a good fight. It was a good boxing match. It wasn't like the most explosive fight or anything, but if you're
Mhm.
a fan of the sweet science of boxing, then that this was the fight for you because
Yeah.
Ugas pretty much put a clinic on Manny,
Yeah.
old school boxing clinic.
Yeah. And then another thing too, what I thought it was kind of funny was the announcers at first sounded like Manny was somewhat was winning the fight, and then my boy Dame Lillard came in there, dropped a tweet, and said something about the announcers like
Yeah, they
Ugas
were
was winning the fight,
hating.
and after that they kind of
Sean
changed the
Porter
tone
wasn't. Sean Porter
of
was
yeah.
Sean Porter
Sean
was keeping
Porter
it
was
real.
another one. Yeah, yeah. Sean Porter was like, hey, he's talking about you guys. It's like not me. So I thought that was kind of funny that Lillard came in there, dropped the tweet, and said, like, "Hey, the announcers are, why are you guys making it sound like it's for Manny?" It's like I got Ugas, and then yeah, Sean Porter also said, "Hey, he's talking about you guys." So I
And,
thought that was kind of funny. So
and
because he
then
announced we were
punch stand numbers were off too early on. It seemed like because I'd seen Manny missing a lot of punches, and they were
mm-hmm.
giving him credit for punches that like he was
Yeah,
flurrying, but he was missing a lot of that shit.
yeah,
And
and
I
then,
was
and
like,
it's
"What are these up with these numbers?" E Major chimed in the group chat. He was like, said the same
mhm.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
yo, these punch stat numbers are skewed because I don't know what the
and
fuck they were watching.
yeah, and those flurries of punches were lack power. That's another thing too. And he was just like missing all air, and that's gonna get you
Yeah,
tired
it
if you
gets
keep.
tired faster.
Yeah, you're gonna get tired much quicker if you're just punching air. And then and Ugas was reading it good too. He'll wait, pop, counter, with a right hook, with a jab, and so that was it.
Yeah,
Good fight though.
yeah. But like I said, I think Spence would have. I think Spence might have
Yeah.
put him out. I picked Spence going in, and I think this was Spence versus him would have been even more of a mismatch because I think Spence is definitely a harder body shot puncher, and Spence's jab is better overall than Ugas's, and it has more pop on it. It has more snap. It's more of a weapon offensively than just a rangefinder.
Mm-hmm.
Ugas was hitting. It was a solid jab. You could tell Ugas doesn't have power, but he has enough to make you respect
Yeah.
him. But
Yeah.
Spence has a little more pop definitely in his jab and body punches. So I think it could have been similar, but another decision, or I think it probably would have been a KO for Spence. Now,
Yeah.
what do you think of the possibility of Spence versus Ugas? I'm taking Spence if that fight were to happen, especially with given the circumstances with his eye. There's been a lot of talk. I want to clear this up too. There's been a lot of talk out there that Spence before the fight that Spence was ducking Pacquiao and he made all. I don't buy into that. Anybody who's seen Marquez knock out Pacquiao, why would Spence be scared of getting to the ring with Pacquiao? Pacquiao
Yeah.
lost all that mythical, that mythical fear that he had from opponents once Marquez knocked him out. You could say he was really never the same. So I thought it was ridiculous that people were saying Spence was ducking. It made no sense to me. Why would Spence give up the biggest payday of his career? And another thing, why would he give up all a lot of negotiating power with Crawford? Because if he went in there and beat Pacquiao, he could definitely hold all the chips in his hand. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I beat Pacquiao, you ain't beat nobody. The public eye would definitely be on Spence's side even more. So I don't think
Yeah,
he was scared of Pacquiao. I thought that was fucking
yeah,
ridiculous for people to be
yeah,
saying that shit.
yeah. And I don't know if you saw that tweet that Terrence Crawford posted right after the fight. Pretty much was saying, it looks
I
like,
seen that.
yeah, it looks like Errol Spence couldn't need me after after all. Though I know you're really mad about that fight last night because I was. We put a couple of smiling faces, but not in a hating way, just in a missed opportunity way. Don't be yourself about it. Get well, champ. So pretty much, I think that's just going to be the next fight. That's going to have to. That's what Errol Spence is going to try to go after. Is I don't. If you really want a big money fight, you would have to fight Crawford now. Pacquiao has limited himself out of this talk about for a big payday fight. He could go with Ugas. Ugas, I believe, is a WBO champ, and then after that, I think that's the only way. For Errol Spence is the only road to go. I don't know if also Crawford would skip that fight against Sean Porter, depending. I don't know what's the length of rehab for Errol Spence with his torn retina, but I see that road of them finally fighting is much closer.
Yeah, it's just going to be that the fight is a little bit diminished because you're going to have people saying, and rightfully so, Errol Spence was done going in. He had the eye injury. It's
Yeah.
never going to be that prime fight that we could have had because I think they were too greedy and too scared to get. I don't think Crawford was. I guess I shouldn't say they were scared either way, but I think the
Promoters.
politics of boxing, promoters got in the way of a great possible fight against two prime young lions in the prime of their careers. It would have been legendary Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard type of shit. Hagler, Hearns, it would have been like those type of fights. And I think it would have set a precedent in the boxing industry for some of these younger cats who we've talked about on here haven't been mixing it up like they should. You know, you got we talking about them 135, 140, 130, that whole 10 pounds where they could mix it up. Shakur Stevenson's, Tank and Haney and Ryan Garcia, Tiafimo. We've been talking about this for about a year now, and it seems like there was big fights on the horizon and a lot of shit talking between these guys, and none of them got made. So I think this was a missed opportunity for the sport of boxing to have a prime Errol Spence and a prime Terrence Crawford throw down because it would have inspired the younger cats to do the same. But hopefully we get it at some point. But I just think it's definitely going to lose some of. It's going to be a little bit more lackluster than it would have been, and you're going to have a lot of naysayers. If Crawford beats him, it's going to taint Crawford's legacy a little bit because he'll be like, "Oh, you didn't beat a prime Errol Spence. You beat him after he had the car accident. You beat him after he had the eye retina injury." So, yeah, it's bad for the sport that this happened, and it's sad for Spence himself that this happened because it could hold him back possibly from making this fight eventually if he never does get cleared.
That's another thing. Yeah,
it's a big, and it's going to cost him some dough. He lost big money on the Pacquiao fight, and if he doesn't get to make the Crawford fight, you're looking at what, maybe 50 million he lost plus somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was only get a couple million for Pacquiao. Let's say 20 million. Say he misses out on 20 million. That's 20 million fucking dollars.
With the revenue though, you would have made a lot of money on the pay-per-view, and all that. So pretty sure that's a lot.
Yeah.
Just right there.
Yeah, no doubt. We don't got no comments on this one. So let's move on to some more boxing type of topic here. We got Woodley versus Jake Paul coming up on Sunday.
This Sunday, huh? Yeah.
Jake Paul is actually favored. Woodley is plus 160, I believe. Last I checked, 155. So if you want to take a live dog, that's a live underdog. I think I will be taking that pick. I'm gonna say my pick is Woodley for this fight. I just think that he has more experience, not in the boxing world, but in the fight game. He does have some chin problems. He can be a little bit chinny, but I don't know if that Jake Paul has all that power. I kind of think I'm leaning more towards that Ben Askren fight being maybe fixed because he went down pretty. It was a hard shot, but that was hella quick. Like,
yeah, and he was all
looked kind of fishy,
and it was all smalls after that fight too. So yeah.
So this fight, Jake Paul is definitely bigger, the bigger guy. I think he has 3 inches of 3 inches of height and 2 inches of reach. It's also going to be at 190. And Woodley, when he was fighting UFC, was fighting welterweight at 170. So, I mean, what they're saying is that Woodley's basically just not going to have to cut any weight, and he'll probably be around 185 anyway, 180, 185, somewhere in there. So, I think he probably might come in a little bit lighter than Jake Paul, looking to exploit some speed advantage, possibly. I'd say he probably comes in at 184, 185, maybe. I don't know if he'd go up to 190. Maybe he will. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Floyd fought him, and Floyd was
Yeah.
at 155, 160, something like that. Well, what did Floyd fight Jake Paul at, or Logan Paul? I think he fought Logan Paul.
So that's another thing. Which Paul? This is the other brother, right? This is not the one that fought.
This is the one that
This
fight
is the other
Askren.
brother, so
This is
yeah.
the one that fight Askren.
Okay, yeah. See,
He lost to
I wouldn't
KSI.
know.
I think that's how.
Okay.
Or was it the other dude? I don't know. These fucking guys.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
But I'm taking Woodley. I don't really see it as an upset because they're acting like Jake Paul is actually a boxer. Well, I think he only has 2 or 3 fights. And none of them have been against actual fucking boxers.
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of YouTube young kids are betting on Jake Paul because I don't see why they would make him the favorite. It makes no sense. But I think I'm gonna try to cash in a little bit again. I'll throw down a little 50 on it.
This is
maybe 100,
Triller, right?
maybe 100. Yeah, it'll be Sunday too. I guess Triller is big on the Sundays until football season comes around. Maybe they're trying to get some fans from the football area who are just bored tuning in. But it's just interesting that they chose to do it on Sundays when there's not that many boxing fights on Saturday right now. They could have just snuck it in on a Saturday, or even a Friday would have been smart. You could have done it Friday after work, Friday 5 o'clock or something, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sunday's just weird. Like I don't know if they're gonna get all the ratings, and then you're gonna have hella people bootlegging it on top of that anyway.
Yeah.
Or is there a concert? Do we know?
Do
we know if there's a concert on this?
That's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah, that's how I was looking. It's like, is there going to be
any undercard?
I don't know. Well, this is going to be a show. This is going to be a Showtime.
Oh, you're right.
Pay-per-views.
Oh, it's a pay-per-view.
So this is not even.
I wouldn't pay for.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, nobody's paying for this shit. Yeah, it's a Showtime pay-per-view. Jake Paul versus Tyronne Woodley, 8 rounds. Cruiserweights. There's no names under it.
Will there be judges, or is it an actual boxing match?
That's what. Yeah, it doesn't say if it's an exhibition fight. It doesn't say anything.
There's maybe an actual boxing fight. Maybe.
Yeah, because usually it'll put down like, oh, this is an exhibition fight. But yeah, I don't see nothing for this fight. So yeah, I guess
8 rounds. You said.
Yeah, 8 rounds.
I'll say Woodley by decision.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't give too much information on that. So I'm gonna treat this as an exhibition fight. Really, I don't even know if I even watch it. It's Sunday. Niners are playing. So
what time is that at?
The Niners play on this Sunday against the Raiders, and I believe it's a 4. Just to make sure, double check right here. It's
yeah, if there's a time conflict, I'm definitely riding with the Niners game, even though it's preseason over this fight. I'll catch a replay or something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Let me see here.
I mean, I'm always hungry to watch some boxing fights, but
yeah. But this
football,
is more
football. Yeah, this is exhibition. Yeah. This is not a real boxing match.
Yeah,
this is not a real boxer.
Yeah, so that Niners preseason game, it's at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock versus the Raiders.
So it'll be over by then.
Yeah, it should be done.
Maybe I'll do a fight night.
I might catch it.
Fight night recording. My last one was successful when I did the Jake Paul one. I could talk shit about him. Kill it on his weak ass, funny, goofy looking ass. All right, well, I mean, that's something for the weekend. It'll be a good weekend. You're going to have regular preseason games on Saturday as well. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday sprinkled in there. Yeah, are they doing it that way this week? They've been doing it the last couple weeks like that. Let me double check, see what the preseason schedule is looking like. Pull up this Yahoo Sports app. That's who I rock with. Looks like week 3. Yeah, so it's going to be sprinkled in the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday games. Maybe there's not a Thursday, but there's definitely a Friday and Saturday. There's 27th, yeah. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday there'll be football games, so that's good. And these are going to be most of these are going to be the dress rehearsal week preseason week 3, which was always traditionally the dress rehearsal. But it's going to be interesting because there's not even a lot of starting quarterbacks. A lot of starting quarterbacks have been missing, have been just benched. They're not going to play this whole preseason. So it'll be interesting to see if there's some rust going into week 1. But since we're already talking about this football shit, let's just get right to it. We'll do our takeaways from the Niners versus Chargers game this past weekend, Sunday. It was on. What were your thoughts on the game? What were your thoughts on Trey Lance versus Jimmy? What were the things that got you most excited about in this exhibition game?
Well, the game started kind of ugly at first.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
we were on the group chat talking that shit.
We were talking about mad shit already. It looked like basically the same things that were happening last year with
these fucking receivers can't catch a ball.
Yeah, receivers. I mean, yeah, I could say the ball was too high. The one with was it Debo? I believe it was Debo. No, I think it was Ayuk.
Ayuk
right?
Been dropping a lot of shit in these preseason games.
So I mean, I was trying not to get mad watching that game because I was like, all right, it's preseason. Jimmy didn't play the last, I don't know how many games of the season last year. There was injuries with Debo, more with Debo. Ayuk was solid. I believe he missed some games just due to COVID. He didn't have COVID, but still, though, since I guess contact tracing and whatnot. But the game started ugly. At first, I was like, okay, if you guys are gonna play like this, let that go. Let that happen now. That's preseason. So with Jimmy, he looked kind of poised, like for a little bit here and there, but the same problems. A little bit, a little too high. Ball, I guess, Jimmy doesn't have that accuracy that we know already. So, but now when Trey Lance came up, throws a pick, in that first, okay, now Trey Lance is doing all this. I mean, because we heard about the picks too on the practice, the practice they were having with the Chargers on Friday and Saturday. So we heard about these picks. So I was like, all right, this is game time. And then I'm not at first I was like, okay, Trey Lance is doing the same thing. But when he threw that one pass to Sherfield, that right there showed me that he wasn't nervous or scared or anything like that. That pass right there, he showed us that he has touch. That pass that he threw, it was actually nice. It was a nice ass throw.
That was a pretty pass.
And that's
right down the sideline.
Yeah. And then also Trey Lance has been connecting with Sherfield. This is the first time. I mean, I've been here at Sherfield for the preseason, but he's like that type of quarterback. He's going to make these receivers look good. So if he's making Sherfield look good right now in these preseason games, I expect
we get Kittle.
I expect this with Kittle, Ayuk, even Sanu dropped the ball, and he's a veteran. And that's another thing. I think it looked like that Lance is putting a little bit too much heat on these throws. He's throwing that shit like a dart. This shit's coming in fast. So most of these guys, are like, oh shit. So I expect maybe a couple more drops, maybe at the next game, but it shouldn't be. I think the Niners already have 9 drops in the 2 preseason games, and remember, we only have three preseason games this year. So I hope we see I hope I see that come to an end, because we don't want that with the when we start the season. So I'm sorry, and you can tell already that I would say that Lance is getting
We got a couple
more
comments here. Hold
comfortable.
on real quick.
Yeah,
AD, what's up, AD? AD back in the house. Jimmy don't care, bro. He's making that money. It's fact. He's making that money. He's fucking them
getting paid this
porn
year already.
stars.
Yeah.
Fucking them porn stars making that money.
Yeah, he's getting paid this year already.
Lance still hard as fuck. Cap had the same. Yeah, but I see more touch on Lance's passes than I've seen with Cap. You could see that he has the ability to change it up. I never seen Cap throw passes as nice as that one to Sherfield. I think his whole career, maybe one or two, and that deep one last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't think I ever seen Cap throw in stride like that. Cap was always either too high, behind him, too low, like consistently, especially on deep balls. They were more 50-50 balls. They weren't like that where it's on in stride where they can catch it and break for TDs.
Yeah,
So I see more touch for sure.
Yeah, and he had and also Cap had Crabtree. Crabtree was good. Yeah, was known for his hands. And Anquan Bolden was known to be snatching. Also, he had that one season with Brad and Lloyd. So he had these and Vernon too. That well, Vernon had drops, but you had these receivers that had to get hands. Ayuk and Debo are known for more the yak. So but I think Trey Lance is gonna get more comfortable in the pocket with these receivers. So I expect Lance to play at least more than, I would say, almost 3 quarters. I would say maybe Jimmy plays 1 quarter, and you're gonna see Trey Lance with the first team too. Also, we haven't seen him with Trent Williams O-line, Alex Mack. So that's, and then with Mostert. Also, I like Hasty. Hasty's been playing pretty good. Gallman was decent, and another thing too, and Juice too. Oh, actually, Juice did play. I think I saw him.
Yeah, he was in
Did
there.
Juice play?
He was in there. He caught a pass from Jimmy.
Yeah,
first drive.
So so you're gonna see just with and then Kittle, of course. So with the addition of Kittle and Juice, that O-line is gonna be much better, much more protection, and that's gonna give him time. So you have to throw those darts, but he does have that heat. So these receivers better just catch a damn ball. Gets it to come your way, and isn't to come real fast. So. And defense was looking nice.
Cap broke Moss's finger.
Moss,
yeah, Cap would just gun the shit out of him. Too fucking hard.
Because remember, because he was a pitcher too at in college in Nevada, I believe. He was a baseball player.
So did you see enough? Did you see enough to start him?
Me personally, I would still give Jimmy the he'll be the starting quarterback. But like we said though, that leash should be really short. I think it'll be much shorter. Like when I said, if the Niners go 2-3 and they have that bye week, I think it's going to be much shorter than that. But Trey Lance, needs repetition, needs to play, needs to be in the field. I believe even Steve Young said that. He's like, hey, you know what? If you want Trey Lance to get better, and he has, we were saying, the Niners are in a position that they could win now, and be in the Super Bowl. It's not like Justin Fields. He's in Chicago. Justin Fields looks solid, but he doesn't have that team like us. We have. The Niners have defensively. We have the running backs.
He's in the best situation of any of the rookie quarterbacks, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, I would have Jimmy I would have Jimmy G in a really short leash, and if I don't see him up to par, throw in Lance.
All right. I'm gonna start. If you give me the option, I'm starting Trey Lance. I've been saying this since the offseason. I want to just draft Justin Fields and start him or whoever we got. I was perfectly fine with going up and drafting and starting a rookie quarterback because as I've mentioned in the past, these offenses that are getting ran, these are their offenses they're already familiar with. So that whole thing about rookies can't start, it's more of the past. The future of the NFL is what the offenses they're running now, and those are the ones that they're comfortable with coming out of college. That's why you're seeing some more success out of these rookie quarterbacks. So I think I feel that Trey Lance can do everything Jimmy can do, but better. So what is the holdup? I don't even think Jimmy Reed's defense is better. That's what Womack be popping, but Womack be popping bullshit, saying that he can read defenses better. And this can he? I don't think he can because he seems to throw picks to linebackers every day at practice, and in the regular season he throws them to
one at
linebackers.
least. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it was a case where we're going like let's say Cap versus Alex, you could say Alex Smith was much more conservative with the ball. He didn't turn over the ball, so I could see why you'd be a little bit hesitant to pull him out because he was a good game manager. But Jimmy's not that. Jimmy Jimmy has a little bit more. Jimmy has a little bit more arm strength, and he's a little bit livelier with the ball, but he's a little bit more careless with the ball as well. So the argument that he's a rookie, he's going to make mistakes. Okay, but Jimmy's still making these same rookie mistakes. So let's go with the guy who can get us, I think, a better chance to win, make defenses cover the whole field, make a play action. Imagine when Trey Lance gets Mostert back there and they can run that play action. You get Kittle in there. Like you said, there's 2 starting receivers and everybody healthy, which we haven't had in a while. This is going to be a fucking scary offense. And you see the dynamic he brings in the running game. The read option, how I think the first play of the game, maybe it was definitely the first drive that not first play of the game, first drive that Trey Lance was in there. He had a zone read, and you see the defense was just focusing on him, and it freed up the running back to get a couple extra yards. So that's the type of shit I'm talking about. And then we haven't even ran any of those receiver reverses, not too many screens. Once you get that shit incorporated, this is going to be a deadly offense. And Trey Lance can stretch the whole field. You already see he throws 80-yard TDs. They're going to have to cover deep. And you can turn Ayuk deep on some posts and maybe run some double moves with them. If the O-line holds up, I think Trey Lance is going to be pretty damn good. I think he kind of reminds me of Air McNair, a little bit of that Air McNair to him, but I think he has maybe even a more accurate arm than McNair this early on. And he's faster than McNair, I think. So I think Trey Lance is scary, man. I think you start him. I don't see what the holdup is. I don't see this whole thing about the vet this, the vet that. Man, you start the best player, and I don't think we're gonna hurt Trey Lance by throwing him in there. Like we've already said, he has the most talent around him as opposed to the rookies coming in. He has more talent than Zach Wilson around him. He has more talent around him than Justin Fields for sure. Their O-line is Justin Fields got his head taken off.
Killed, yeah.
And I don't know if you guys seen it, but check that shit out. He got decapitated, lost his helmet, lost his headband. He was okay, but yeah, it's gonna be scary seeing Justin Fields back there this year. That O-line is garbage. Yeah. So Trey Lance is definitely in the best position to win now. Yeah. And
can you say that with Jimmy G too or no?
What about Jimmy?
That we could win with Jimmy?
I could see us winning with Jimmy, but we're limited in what we can do with Jimmy. Whereas Trey Lance opens up so many avenues in the run game, it's going to be hard for defenses to cover our zone reads, RPOs, bootlegs. He's way better at bootleg. Just when the play breaks down, you already seen it once or twice. That game where he took off, and he was zipping those slant routes. I think he had like 2 or 3 on that one TD drive where it was just like nice, pretty good ball placement, a little bit higher. But he was zipping them in there way better than Jimmy. More catchable, more in stride. Whereas Jimmy's, they don't have as much velocity on them. But sometimes you need that extra zip to get it in past them linebackers and safeties coming down, cracking down on it. So man, I think if it's up to me, I say fuck it. Start him. And I think that this whole thing, I don't think Shanahan really likes Jimmy. I've told you guys this on the group chat. I don't think he's a fan of Jimmy G. Yeah. The way he talks about him, the way he disrespected him with talking about, I'm going to bring in Stafford. And I was so disappointed when I couldn't get Stafford. I was so heartbroken or whatever. I couldn't get a good quarterback like that. Yeah. That shows you. Those are hints. And he's been talking. When they said there's no quarterback controversy, I said, yes, there is. He's saying that shit now, but there's a quarterback controversy. And you see that in the interview, he's already changed up the wording. He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh, I'm
yeah.
not now." He said, "I'm not going to reveal who my quarterback is." But there's no quarterback controversy. You wouldn't even say that. You'd be like, "Oh, Jimmy's our quarterback." So I think there's a chance he just swoops on the job. I mean, he's been more efficient. Um, Now, granted, it was against the second and third strings when he got hot this week, but you like to see the bounce back from the rookie.
Yeah.
Mentally tough. He didn't get rattled. He didn't just start acting all fucking sad on the sidelines. Nah, he was passionate. He came
Yeah.
out there, led him on that last minute drive before half. That was big. That was nice. He had some nice passes on that. That's where he had the Sherfield pass on the sideline, and he had a couple other nice ones. I think he had a
Yeah.
couple of slants on there. Pocket presence looked pretty good on those last couple on those TD drives as well. So I'm just like, man, turn him loose. What is the whole thing? Is he going to be scarred from a couple bad games? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
I don't think.
he has
Yeah.
a lot of weapons around him, so we're not throwing him to the wolves like you can see like a Justin Fields is going to get fed to the wolves or like a Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence. Even you see Etienne got put out for the
Out for the
season, so
season.
he's gonna be thrown to the wolves. He looked. I don't know if you can see in the game last night, but Trevor Lawrence didn't look all that to me. He looked like he
I
was a
missed
little
it.
bit rattled. Um, he looked like the game was a little too fast for him.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, the Jaguars don't really have shit, but they do have some weapons. Shark, I don't think played. They got
Mm-hmm.
Chenault. They got Marvin Jones. So they did have some weapons, but he just looked
Mm-hmm.
like everybody kind of thought he was a slam dunk. He was going to be like possibly the rookie of the year. I said originally I did like him like that, but before the draft, I think a couple episodes I started seeing that I thought Justin Fields was the better quarterback than him, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he has the possibility of not being a bust, but I don't think he's going to be as good as expected, as good as advertised. Uh, Zach Wilson was pretty hot, but preseason again, it's preseason. Where the thing with Trey Lance is, I see it transitioning to the big stage, to the regular season. I think he's going to get
Mm-hmm.
better and better as you're
Yeah.
seeing. He's getting more comfortable and he's starting to run now. We didn't see that week one in preseason. Now we're seeing that aspect, and that's
But
going to
yeah.
change up the whole fucking offense. So I say start him. You got Jimmy on the bench, and if he's mad, we could trade him or whatever. But I don't think Jimmy would do that. I
That's
think he's
nothing. Yeah.
staying. He's not going to make his money, as AD mentioned earlier. He wouldn't make his
Mm-hmm.
money as much money anywhere else. So I think he
Well,
would stay, get paid, and be
Well,
the
he's already
backup.
getting paid. He's already getting paid for this season. I'm not sure how much total is this year, but if I think it's for next season, it's already like 25, 26 million. So let's say Trey Lance does take that, takes the starting QB spot, then you could try, if a team needs a quarterback. And I've noticed in the last two seasons, the NFL trading has been more active than before. So there's a potential that you could trade Jimmy to a team that gets a QB hurt and it's there ready for a playoff. And then Jimmy is that quarterback. He can lead. He already shown. He could lead or help a team to the Super Bowl. With the Niners. So I think
But he has
that
to
might.
have that. He has to have the
Yeah, it would have to be.
O-line. He has to
Yeah.
have so many pieces.
Yeah.
Whereas with Trey Lance, I think you're already seeing he can be the catalyst. He can be that guy that elevates the receivers around him,
Yeah.
and they rally around. Whereas Jimmy, he doesn't elevate any receivers. Like he doesn't
His
even
sleeve's
throw
done.
in the
Yeah,
tight
it's done.
windows.
Yeah.
They have to be wide open for him to get the ball there. He's not
Mhm.
throwing those Aaron Rodgers type of throws that get zipped in there in between two defenders. He's just not the catalyst. He's not the catalyst.
Yeah.
Let me throw this in real quick. AD had one in here. Only thing I've seen from Trey Lance, he needs to be more aware in the pocket. He's too confident, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I could see that. I think he'll get better at reading the defenses as the season goes along. But that's what I'm saying. Let's start him now. Let him get some of the live bullets, and then by the time the playoff roll around, he's ready to go. He's already seen a lot of shit, and he's ready to just lead the team into a Super Bowl run. But I get what he's saying. He maybe too confident, and he does need to get rid of the ball quicker. That's for sure. He takes some sacks.
And of course, you're going to have that confidence when you have Kyle Shanahan as your head coach, and you have a solid as line already. You already, you got some, you got good receivers. You got George Kittle as your tight end. I mean, shit. If I was a starting quarterback, I would be hella confident. Like, oh yeah, we definitely, a team that's potentially to win the Super Bowl. So I see him being confident. Yeah, he probably needs a little bit more. I mean, I think with him playing with the first team, if that happens on Sunday, I think you're going to notice a little more improvement with him. And then, if he's the real deal, then I would say after that preseason against Raiders, hey, you know what? Yeah, Trey Lance should be our starting quarterback. But that's up to Kyle. It's up to him. So, but
I'm
right
calling
now,
I'm
I would say
calling the upset.
Jimmy's.
I say Jimmy's gonna sit the bench, and I think you're gonna get Trey Lance starting. I think that Shanahan sees
And I wouldn't
the
be mad with
potential
that.
there. I posted the stat. We posted the stat on the GDB's Instagram page. You can see it right there at Golden Bastards podcast on Instagram. I posted it there. That the stat that said he leads rookies in passes past the sticks, meaning like the deeper throws, percentage wise, completion percentage. So that's a big factor. He's already seeing that Trey Lance can push the ball down the field way more than Jimmy can. With Jimmy, it's going to be more of a game manager type of game. He doesn't have the deep throws. We've seen that consistently. He's not a deep ball thrower. Even intermediate, 15 yard, 20 yards, he's okay.
Yeah.
But
and it's a heavy run, and it's a heavy with Jimmy. It's a heavy run game. It's another thing. And you look at all the injuries we had, and with Sir Wilson. So I think that helps the team. You don't have to run the ball that much.
Calling my shot.
And Mostert is known, when you
Trey Lance will start week 1. Upset.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Womack's mad. I'm surprised he's not in here fucking typing.
Or driving in the dark, talking, trying to hop on.
Cussing out Trey Lance and fucking calling him a bitch and this and that. Womack be hating. He hates Trey Lance. Womack, we might just keep you off for the next couple weeks. You might get the Jimmy bench role. We're bringing in some younger announcers to help us out here on the show. Peace out, Womack. Mac Jones. He's gonna get Mac Jones. You see that? Mac Jones is another one who's been impressive. But
you look pretty good.
But I guess there was some controversy because Cam Newton is gonna miss like 5 days or something like that because of COVID.
Yeah,
so they're saying this leaves the door cracked open for your boy Mac Jones to step in there.
Yeah, I heard about that. I guess Cam Newton took a COVID test, which was out of the I guess Patriots site, and I guess you can't do that. So that's got him either quarantined or not around the facility, the Patriots facility. So yeah, that's kind of like weird.
And there was also a tweet he posted the day after the game. It said something about like loyalty. I deserve loyalty or some shit like that. But then he tried to say it was about like a family member. It wasn't about the team. And then this happened. So Belichick's one of them dudes you don't want to fuck around and like test the waters with. He'll cut you. He'll bench you.
He'll cut you.
I think
trade you.
And I don't think there's that many shooters out there for Cam Newton right now. Even though he's looked good in preseason, he had trouble getting a job last year. So you might want to chill out and you got to relax, Cam, because he was having a pretty good preseason. So this is kind of stupid on his part because it opens up the door at the wrong time. It's bad timing because Mac Jones has had a couple of pretty good preseason games. So you're kind of just like playing with fire, fucking around with this. AD says, off topic, y'all see Connor Williams from the Cowboys giving Aaron Donald that smoke? I didn't see it. Where'd you see that shit at? Probably on IG.
Was it on the HBO Max?
Probably on that Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I watched the last 2 weeks. I watched the first week, but there was new episodes tonight.
I know there was a fight. Well, I saw some clips of pictures of that player from the Browns. It was about a fight, but then he was throwing their punches like this or something like that. I'd seen that.
All right. So any other takeaways from the game? Who else shined for the Niners?
The whole defensive line.
Yeah, they were pretty impressive. Safeties look good too.
Hufanga.
Baby Palomalu. We called that.
Yeah, he's
two of the GDBs did. The other one,
Oh man, Hufanga.
Womack.
Yeah. Hufanga looks like he should have been drafted. What was that? A third round pick, the defensive back. Also Lenore.
I think he's solid.
He's been look solid. Another one that I like too is Travis Benjamin. I think he caused some problem with us in the return game. Also, as a fifth receiver, we need he gives that he can stretch up. He could help Trey Lance stretch the field with him playing. Oh, I mean with him being being on the field. Another one, who was the one? There was another dude too. I forgot him. Damn. He had tattoos. I think his name was Hakui or something like that. He was also making plays. I seen him. And also, yeah, like I said, Hasty looks like Hasty. I think Hasty
was nice. He was shifty.
Yeah, I think he could contribute on this squad, especially with Wilson being down. And I probably say he would probably be our number 2 running back, right behind Mostert. And we didn't see Trey Sermon play. I think he got banged up on first preseason game, so I hope he's healthy so we can see him, because definitely that's a player that I would like to see more with him and Trey Lance there. So
receivers looking sketchy.
Yeah, another thing.
If you watched a couple episodes ago, we talked about what our biggest concern going on the season. Me and Womack, I think, did you say it too? Receiver was our biggest concern. Receiver, I've been saying linebacker.
Linebacker.
I've been saying receiver and linebacker and secondary. All off season, but receivers getting a little scary because you got these guys dropping balls. You got Debo already taking, a little banged up with his history. We don't have much depth there, so Hurd is still battling injuries. It seems like we cut Crawcraft today. I know some of these Web Zone dudes were all sad. I was happy. I wasn't a big fan of his. He dropped that ball.
I didn't see Jennings either.
He dropped that ball last week. Jennings was out. He was a late scratch.
Yeah. Okay,
so we're looking at Crawcraft's gone. So we're looking.
Richie James is not having a good preseason.
Yeah, he's been.
I'm surprised he didn't get cut. Yeah,
Austin Watkins is hurt. He's on IR, but he is going to be on the team as of now. He's on the IR still.
Yeah,
he cleared waivers and he made it. He's back on our IR. So we're looking at a pretty slim pickings for wide receivers. You got Sanu, who had a TD, but I don't know, man. If you lose Debo or Ayuk, which the probability is high, you're looking at steep drop off there. You'd be looking at possibly Jennings starting opposite of whoever, and then your third. Who goes to third? Richie. Hopefully we get Hurd back because we're really gonna need him.
Yeah,
and I think they put a lot of eggs, in his basket, and I think that was kind of risky. We talked about it leading up to the draft. We thought we should go after another receiver. But I don't know. They thought, I don't know what they thought, but could be a mistake. Could be a crucial mistake. Womack wanted Terrace Marshall in the draft. I wasn't opposed to that either. I like Terrace Marshall. He's pretty explosive at LSU. He's been doing pretty good in preseason for the Panthers. Could have been a nice fit for us, but yeah, man, I don't know. I think that could be our Achilles heel in the regular season, but. On the flip side of that, if Trey Lance is starting, he can elevate some of these younger guys. Sherfield,
you're saying it was Sherfield,
might get some run. So, start Trey Lance. We need him. We need Trey Lance. For us, because man, with Trey Lance, man, I'm gonna get back to it again. But damn, the whole offense is so fucking versatile. You could do the deep plays. You can do the deep play action bombs. You can run screen. You seen that perfectly thrown smoke screen he did too? That little just quick one to the receiver. Great ball placement on that shit. Like zipped it in there where the receiver could catch it and run after the catch. And I think he got a couple yards. But it was refreshing to see that. You don't see that from Jimmy. He's not that great on screen passes. It's like they're always either too low, too high. Get tipped up in the air or some shit like that. So if that's another element of the game that Trey Lance can fucking bring, good screen passing, that opens up the offense even more. But my point was, we can be a dynamic offense where we can pass the ball if we have to. We can be pass heavy, or with Trey Lance in there, we could be run heavy and be very dynamic still. It just makes it more versatile. Week to week, we could do different schemes. And they won't know what we're gonna come out with because we can run so much. We can run anything. Anything's on the table. Where with Jimmy, you don't get that as much. You don't have to respect him as much in the run game.
Yeah.
You don't have to respect him as a runner. You don't have to respect his deep ball. it just limits the whole offense. And you see it struggles. And even in the red zone, you see that Trey Lance was more effective with these 2 TD passes, whereas Jimmy struggled in the red zone his career. We have our whole red zone offense has been kind of sketchy, if you ask me. So, I mean, that's my main point, is that you can be so much more versatile and more dynamic with Trey Lance on the field. You're not handicapped as much. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can run the schemes the way Belichick does, where he switches up schemes every week. Like, really, he'll run a whole different offense one week, run heavy, pass heavy the next week, mix it up the next week. That's the elements we would be able to do if we started Trey Lance. So, not to get on that again, but I just had to get that out there.
Yeah. Yep. I wouldn't be mad. Yeah. If Kyle says, "Hey, Trey Lance, you're starting," hey, I'll be.
I wouldn't play action, man. When you get Mostert in there and he's running good, and then if he stays healthy, imagine the play action bombs he's going to be able to throw. I say Ayuk will be the one to get open because he has
Kittle too. I mean, they don't use Kittle that much, Kittle,
the whole field will be open up for Kittle too, and you're not going to be able to load the box like you can with Jimmy.
Yeah,
you can't run an 8-man box against Trey Lance when he's bombing it deep on you.
Yeah,
the threat of it is there.
You could see, how with KC has Patrick Mahomes with Kelsey. You can see that with Trey Lance and Kittle. Kittle only had 4 touchdowns, I believe, last season, and Kelsey had 14, 15. And most of those touchdowns come in the red zone. That's something that we lack. With our offense
with Jimmy.
Yeah. With Jimmy, yeah. So more. Every day I would say, I'm heading towards that. Yeah, I'm ready to see Trey Lance start, and that's a good problem to have. I mean, I'm not mad, And
Womack already jinxed it. He has Jimmy in the background, so Jimmy's not going to be starting. Let's get that on the table right now. Womack's is a known jinx. He's had Jimmy in his background for about 3 weeks. Jimmy's going to get axed. Womack he has a fucking history of this shit. He's going to get Jimmy benched for sure. He's not going to start.
That's true.
Trey's going to start. Trey era has begun. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think it gives some excitement to this team. I think when like I said, we all know he's going to struggle. He's a rookie.
Oh yeah,
we know this.
Starting quarterbacks, struggle.
But let's let him take them hits early, and then by the time we're ready to make our playoff run, he's experienced. He's ready to go. He's seen all the exotic blitzes he's going to see, and he's ready to carry this team. And it's going to be a nightmare to defend us with him. If our offense can stay healthy, it's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And I heard that too. You mentioned, Trey Lance has that. I'm not saying he's being compared already, but he could be a Steve McNair type of quarterback, and shit. I was a huge Steve McNair fan. You too. I know you were. So, that's dope to have a quarterback already being somewhat compared to that.
All it takes is Womack. He's like, if you talk bad about 50 Cent, it's the same thing. This guy's loyal. I'll give him that. He's been loyal to 50 Cent for like 20 years. If you talk anything about in group chat about 50 Cent, Womack comes to be the white knight for 50 Cent. So he's doing the same thing for Jimmy. But yeah, Womack, you jinxed him up. He's not starting. Trey is the way. Trey is going to be the starting quarterback, and you can eat a dick. Lance, 1 of 6, 9 yards, and a pick before all the scrubs came in. Yeah, he was cold. He's a rookie. He lit it up after that, though, Womack. He lit it up. Those drives, those 2 drives, even though they're preseason drives against scrubs, were more impressive than pretty much a lot of Jimmy's whole career drives.
Who's this anything goes? Is this Jimmy G's lawyer?
This is Jinxie Cat. Tell me that I'm lying about Womack defending 50 Cent like he's 50 Cent's fucking lawyer. In group chat, if anybody says anything bad about 50 Cent, Womack comes in and just, scrubs it for you.
Oh, easy.
Should be 50 Cent's publicist. AD again. Jimmy should start just on GP, regardless. His days are numbered. He's
played. GP.
Yeah. I disagree, AD.
I think that's the only reason if Kyle goes that way. Just that, But like I said, short leash. Definitely another short leash.
Womack gets a short leash too. A little choke chain for his bitch ass. And played with the starters. Yeah, I already said that. I addressed that already. He got down, but he bounced back. Regardless of who he played against, you see those 2 drives were fucking impressive. The way he was zipping them passes in there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you haven't seen that from Jimmy his whole career. Those slant routes were better thrown than anything Jimmy's ever done.
Yeah, that throw to Sherfield, that was it for me.
I'm glad you're off this week, Womack. I'm really fucking glad. Take another week off. Jimmy, who's this guy? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, we got the Jimmy supporter. Womeezy. Jimmy defender. Should be his public defender, Womack. Any other takeaways before we move along?
Pretty much that was it. Yeah. So yeah, like we mentioned, D-line looking strong, and that's without Kinlaw, T Ford, Bosa. So that I would say that D-line that we have already is showing that they could easily
Mo Hurst
rotate these.
got hurt though.
Yeah,
I don't know how
hurt.
severe that was.
Yeah, I think they're giving
that's
them,
bad for our depth.
Yeah, but you got like names of like Kerr, Givens.
Kerr.
Arden
Kerr was impressive. Arden Key. I've been saying. I've been telling
y'all. Yeah. Reminds us. This reminds me that one of these guys. These guys are last year we have Hyder. This season looks like we have 5 Hyders. They could just come in and play and and.
Where did Hyder go? He went to the Seahawks.
I think he went to the Seahawks. Yeah, he went to the Seahawks.
Should have kept Hyder. That was
a
nice addition.
The Seahawks did release Alden Smith, so they need some backup.
I don't think we'll make a run at him. I don't think we've
already
done that. I would personally, but I don't see Lynch.
Another player
Lynch is big on character, and that's going to be like
yeah. And I know he had some character issues, but I've seen some video clips, and he's ready to play. Is Reuben Foster? I know he was.
No, we're not doing that again.
I saw some clips of him.
Alden over Reuben all day.
But Reuben Foster was just an injury-prone player. Yeah, he was ready.
He's drama, like
we don't. Yeah, we don't need that with this team. But other than that, I'm bring on the Raiders. I'm ready for that last preseason game, and then after that, September 12th, week 1 at Detroit Lions, which I think the Lions are going to get smashed.
Where are we watching week 1?
I'm not sure. It's a 10 a.m. game for us here in the West Coast. So I don't know, maybe Jack's breakfast.
I'm down. I got a Sunday ticket too.
I got mine too.
DirecTV to make sure, confirm that I do, and I do have Sunday ticket this week for free 99.
My girl sent me an email. She texted me, "Oh, look what I got." Oh,
nice.
DirecTV back.
We're gonna be watching it, and we got the Max too, so you can watch it on your phone, your computer, all that shit. So football season coming up fast. Got a lot of fantasy football talk out there. Everybody's getting amped up for that.
And then we have our draft.
Our league. Our draft is coming up on the
September 5th. Okay.
September 5th at 5.
Is that Sunday?
It's a Sunday. Yep.
So that's gonna be live. We're gonna do
We'll probably just do it on here if we want. Shit. Yeah. We could do something like that.
Hop on. Yep. All right.
AD says not at Hooters.
Oh man, why you gotta do that?
Hooters is dead, bud. R.I.P.
That shit hurt.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
That was weak. They should have stayed open. Fucking COVID, man. Whack ass COVID. All right, so we'll give you a little segment here. We'll switch up a little bit, so you can talk about the SF Giants. They've been hot still. They're still on top, right? You're our correspondent because I haven't been watching that shit. So
you haven't been watching.
I'm not even gonna act like I've been watching. I running the sites, running this podcast.
Oh yeah, somebody was to do that, but
somebody's supposed to do that, but
and he
disappeared.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at.
He's been missing in action for 2 weeks. He's not here tonight. We ain't gonna say no names, but he's a fuck boy.
Anyway. So the Giants are still in first place. I believe they're now. They won tonight against the Mets. They just had a 3 game series against the A's. They took 2 out of 3. Last 2 games, they came back in the 8th inning with pitch hit home runs. One of the games was LeMahieu. The following game was with with Solano. So we took 2 games out of the against Oakland. We won the Bay Bridge series. Right now we're at New
How many
York.
games
We took the
are
first
they
game.
up on the Dodgers? 3?
Well, I think it's 2.5.
Yeah, they're creeping.
The Dodgers. I'm not gonna lie, the Dodgers have been playing fire baseball. I believe they have won 9 games in the last 11.
And Giants have been fairly hot too. I think they
And
were
then
like 8-3, 8-2, or 7-3.
I think the Dodgers in the last 11 games. I think the Dodgers are 10-1, and I think we're 9-2. So in the last 11 games, right now we're 3 games still up from the Dodgers. San Diego Padres has just been losing. Pretty much looks like they might have a chance, play that wild card team, but just the way how they've been playing doesn't look like it. The Giants hit 4 home runs today. We lead the National League with actually an MLB with home runs. We had 2 home runs with Brandon Belt today. We had a home run from Lamont Wade and one from, I believe, who was the other one? Crawford now.
Did you put any money on the Giants at the beginning of the season? That's the real question.
Oh yeah.
What'd you put on it?
I just put $25. It was 150 to 1. Oh no, 145 to 1.
So what's your payout?
So I put $25. I win back 2,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go Giants.
Yeah. That's that. I do that every year. I win 2012, 2014.
Yeah.
So the Giants are pretty much best team in baseball. The one team in the American League that's coming in fast and they're just winning games is the Yankees. I believe they've won 11 straight. It would be nice to have a Yankees Giants World Series. I think I'm gonna call that right now. That's going to be your 2021 World Series, the Yankees versus the Giants.
That'd be a good one. Historical.
Yeah, that'd be solid. The ratings would be off the roof. East Coast, West Coast.
We got another comment here. Hondalorian. What's up, GDBs? First time in Major League history was 2 pinch hitter homers to take the lead after 8th inning.
Yeah.
When was that? Today?
That was the last the series against the A's. That was the first time. Yeah, with a team losing and having a pinch hitter hit a home run. The first game, Lamont Wade, and then the following game was Donovan Solano. Yeah, so that was the first time that a team was losing and they hit a home run in the 8th inning, and then the following day they did that again. So, and both shots, I believe both of them were two-run homers. So that definitely helped us.
I think I seen the fireworks after that game. We were just driving around, taking my daughter's Pokemon hunting, and then we seen fireworks over by the Oakland Coliseum. I was like, oh shit! And it was a pretty sick show. They had a decent fucking
that's what I heard.
They had some sick fireworks. They had the little smiling face ones. They had the little shooting star ones. That show was kind of live.
Yeah,
we were kind of far out because we weren't planning on watching it. But
yeah,
daughters were bored. They wanted to go Pokemon hunt, so we took them out, and that was a cool little thing to see on the side. But like I said, they got a fucking pretty good show. I ain't gonna lie. They had a good fireworks show. Usually they have fairly decent ones, but this one was pretty sick. So. I think they're having a Star Wars light show too at the A's game. I've been getting it on my Instagram feeds. I think on the 27th. You want to check that out? It's supposed to be like drones doing a light show. So I might try to get a little good view on that one. I think it's on what is the 27th? Friday night.
Yeah, Friday.
A thing. So I probably ain't gonna pay to go in that shit, but I'll watch from the outside.
Yeah. So anyway. So that happened on the weekend. Giants take two games out of 3 against the A's, and today we started a 3-game series against the Mets. And after that, we do go to Atlanta. Atlanta's been playing pretty good too. They just took the first place on the I believe that they just took the first place position. And after that, we do get our schedule gets a little tougher. After that, we play Milwaukee. I believe that's a 4-game series, and after that, and that'll be at home here at Oracle Park. And then after that, we have a series against the Dodgers, and that pretty much will that's going to be a huge series for us. Yes. So Cueto comes back from the DL tomorrow. Today, Sammy Long played, which that's what you needed to give the bullpen a break Also, I believe Gossman might no Discofani, I believe, is in the IL for right now. So, and after that, also, and Evan Longoria also went in the 10-game IL today. So, but we have a solid lineup. Chris Bryant had the day off today, so you'll probably see him the rest of the series against the Mets. So, just win series. That's all you got to do. Win these series, and should be all right. It's gonna get a little tougher though, because the Dodgers are starting to get healthy as well. Corey Seager came back to the lineup. So,
all right. So, yeah, go Giants. I'll probably start tuning in soon here. I'm a bandwagon it up on this one, and I always try to watch some playoffs. MLB season is too fucking long, but playoffs are pretty exciting.
hey,
I say series are definitely exciting in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, first team to win 80 wins this year already. So,
I wonder what the odds are for them to win it now.
I think they got the fourth best odd. I think it's still the Dodgers, and then Houston, and I think we're like
Boston.
No, not Boston. Boston been losing. I think maybe Tampa Bay, the Rays, and us. I think that's how it goes.
All right.
I think they like the fourth or fifth, depending where you go.
All right. Well,
I think we're actually right now. I think we're 10-1 for the World Series.
That's what's up.
It's not bad.
I think we're done for the sports stuff tonight, so we can move on to some other stuff real quick. Looks like it's gonna be a short episode. But before we do that, I just want to say thanks for tuning in and make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. If you like the content we bring, we kind of come with the hardcore shit talking, and we definitely cover a lot of stuff. We cover sports, hip hop, and TV shows, comic book movies, that type of stuff. And we do get political once in a while. So, if you want a little bit of everything, you want to get everything in one spot. You don't want everything just, all over the place. We cover everything here, and tune in, give it a like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Like I said, just wanted to say that right quick. And now,
hold on for the comments.
Comment. We love the comments. If you want to argue, we can argue all night. It's all good. But thanks for tuning in, and we definitely appreciate that. Now, that being said, let's move into some lighter stuff. Crate challenge. This shit is pissing me off. Shit is stupid as fuck. If you do it, you're a dumb fuck. And man, it is funny to watch these fools get folded.
I saw a nasty one today. Somebody just on some fucking Alex Smith shit. His shit went and it was some old dude too. That's another thing.
Damn.
Old head, stop doing this shit. You're gonna get hurt. For real. Let the youngsters do this, man. It's not this. Yeah, this. Come on, for real.
That's not what we used to use the crates for. We had better purpose for the crates back in the day.
Oh man, yeah.
Them crates. Ching, ching.
Yeah.
Crates on deck. You already know. But this crate challenge, man. I don't know. I ain't fucking with it. The memes are funny though. They got some funny ass memes.
He got some funny. Hell yeah.
Snoop be posting hella shit on his IG. I don't even think he runs it, but whoever's running Snoop's IG be posting some funny shit on there. Cookies too. I seen some shit on Cookies.
Cookies posted some first level
on the
shit.
Story ones. That shit was funny.
Yeah. Man, I think the key of doing it, if you're gonna do it right, don't put both of your feet in on the same crate. Keep it moving. Because if that, you're just gonna lose balance. That's it. I think that's the key to it. I don't know, but I've seen some funny ass.
Never doing that shit. AD says, "Bro, what's the world doing?" Man, they need to just do the slap yourself challenge. Let's get that popping off. Slap yourself challenge because y'all be doing some stupid shit. Go end up with fucking.
Bring back the
what is it? They get paid? Is that what it is? They pay. They're betting on the shit too now, right?
I think somebody said, post a video and we'll give you like 5 racks or something like that. I think that's what it was. But that shit
ain't gonna cover your medical bills. What?
You're gonna get
not everybody got fucking medical. Fuck around and get a broken leg. You're gonna pay like $10,000.
You're gonna get a broken leg and a broken back and COVID. Shit.
Busted face. I seen one dude with like a cut on his eye. I was
Yeah.
like, man, y'all tripping.
There's one, I'm telling you, I just seen one. Right before I hopped in here, his leg went like this. I was like, what the fuck? But other than
Man.
that, I mean, it had the memes, the videos. Oh shit, had some funny ass ones. The worst one was that big dude that ate his whole face ate it. That shit was
What about
funny.
that one with I think the dude had got up to the top and then somebody did the fucking Shawn Michaels and kicked it out
Oh,
for him.
that was fucked up. Yeah, I would have
I would
fought
have beat
that.
the shit out of that
Yeah,
dude
I would have
afterwards.
fought that. That's another thing too. Doing that shit. Come on.
Yeah, he was on the top one already when they did it.
He was like, oh, already going on top of the last or something like that. Yeah.
Dude's an asshole. Did the little Shawn Michaels sweet chin music to the crate. Fucking dude crumple hella hard. Man, that's just the memes are funny though. I ain't gonna front. Memes are funny.
Means what?
I should post a couple on the website, on the IG page.
Hey, Womack, do the crate challenge for us.
Ah, Jimmy G, do the crate challenge for us. We need a starter in there.
Yeah, have Jimmy be your spotter. All right, Jimmy.
Trey Lance gonna kick that shit out from underneath him.
Sweet Jimmy's his ass.
It's good to not have Jimmy on the screen. You see Trey over here on the left. What's up, Trey? Trey
you better get your Trey Lance rookie cards.
Swoop. I got me a few. I don't got any autographs though. I need an autograph.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet.
Have you seen any autograph ones on online? I haven't seen too many on there.
I've seen one on eBay. Yeah, just on.
What were they asking for? Like 120?
It was on just on bid. I didn't see anything for buy now.
Price of football cards, man. That shit is next level.
Yeah, can't find shit.
I'm gonna check after we get off there. I'm gonna look at some Trey Lance, some more. I gotta have more
Trey Lance rookie cards.
Womack wants Zach Wilson. He been on Zach Wilson's nuts hard.
Big
man. All right. We'll see. I don't think Zach Wilson is all that. I think he's gonna be one of these. He looks good in the preseason, but struggles in the regular season. They don't even have that much talent around him.
They had two defensive starters go down already for the season.
Jets.
Yeah. Carl Lawson, I believe, and then I forgot the other dude's name. I think it was a rookie. So see how that goes for them.
All right, so OGs. The takeaway from this is OGs don't do the fucking crate challenge. Leave that for the young mumble rapping motherfuckers.
Remember, OGs. Remember, we used to use crates for basketball back in the streets. No need to do all this shit.
And the yum ups too.
Yeah,
that's another story.
Let the youngsters do that.
Let's see here. What's next on the? We only got a couple left. Like I said, we're gonna do a quick show. We don't got Womack rambling on, babbling about bullshit tonight. I think he's getting his vaccination shot. That's what he told me. He said he's gonna get his vaccine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He said good for him.
He said he's not gonna be shook anymore. He's gonna be a man and man up. I think that's what he said. Some shit like that. Right. So he said Jimmy told him to get it, so he's ready. 50 Cent said, "Get your vaccine."
The only way Jimmy stays starting quarterback is if I get my vaccine.
You see, Trump was actually pumping that shit over the weekend. Trump was saying he was like, "Get your vaccine, something."
Yeah. It's
Let me listen to your old fucking orange ass anymore.
Yeah. Don't forget to drink bleach after.
Manny Pacquiao.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that, AD? I know I sent you a link.
He's got to hang him up. Time to hang him up, Pacquiao.
That's your next president of the Philippines.
I could see that. I definitely could see that.
He's already a senator.
He should whoop on that dude. That dude's a kook, too.
I forgot the dude's name. Yeah.
He's a fucking weirdo. Be on some super dictator weirdo shit. What else? What did he say? Oh, Hondalorian says me and 50 Cent share the same birthday. Womack.
Don't let Womack hear that.
Womack gonna be fucking on you.
All right.
Oh yeah, good looking, bro. Pac-Man is done. Says AD. It's over. It's over, Prime.
It's over, yeah.
Time to hang him up. Throw in the damn towel.
Yeah. That's a nice little payday before you become president of the Philippines. You know, that's your
Yeah,
little
so
election
Manny got
money.
paid. Manny got
Yeah,
paid for
man,
that
he's gonna
fight.
get paid for sure. Yeah.
Spence was only supposed to get $2 million, I heard.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't even
Can't
know how
play.
much Ugas got. If Ugas got $1 million, he's lucky. But he's gonna be eating better off of that fight. He's gonna get, probably get a couple millions. He'll milk that one win for a couple
Remember,
mil.
he's a champ. He's a WBO champ. So
WBA, right? I think
is it?
WBA.
Okay, so I know it's one of those WB
Because
something.
they had stripped Pacquiao of the WBA belt. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's WBA. And Pac was talking shit before the fight, like, oh, I never thought, he didn't even beat me to get the belt, so I'm gonna take it back. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
That he's gonna take the belt back from him on Saturday night, and yeah, didn't happen. Shut that shit up. What else we got? What else we got left?
But that Spidey
Oh
trailer.
yeah, that Spidey trailer for all my MCU fans out there like us. We're big MCU fans. I know we watched Ray Doomzilla earlier, and he wasn't a big fan of this trailer.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's not the biggest MCU fan anymore, I
I
guess.
don't
He's
know. I don't know.
been lightweight dissing MCU.
Yeah, just
Ragnarok,
just see my boy Korg. Everything.
Endgame.
Yeah, said Thor should be that funny. Yeah, all that. I ain't feeling that.
But this trailer looks pretty sick. I ain't go front. Doctor Strange. Now I thought Doctor Strange was gonna have a role in this, but I didn't think he was gonna be like this is like a major he's a major role in this. He's gonna be like,
Yeah,
a big part of the whole thing. I thought he'd make a cameo, maybe like a couple minutes. I didn't think he was gonna be like the catalyst for some of the craziness we're
storyline.
about to see for the storyline. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's interesting, and I'm
yeah.
shocked. I'm kind of shocked that they put all that out there in this trailer. I thought they would probably hold it back and keep it a little more reserved, but
Mm-hmm.
kind of let a lot of
Well,
the story.
yeah.
Well, it could be Marvel's deceptive with their storylines.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I mean, they could
Mind
show us.
games.
Yeah, that could be that could be Doctor Strange's only appearance right there. But it seems like he's gonna have huge role in it. But I mean, I like the storyline already.
Did you
So
read that comic? That one a lot of people didn't like it. I heard they
yeah,
hated on
that's
it.
well
What is it?
according
Was it
to
Spider-Man? Like, what is it?
yeah,
Die another day or no? Not die another day. I don't know what it's called, but it's something
something
like
the
that.
long day or something. Yeah,
Longest day or
yeah,
some
we would
shit.
need Ray. Yeah, we would need Ray Doomzilla here to talk about that. He mentioned that he wasn't from the storyline. I guess, but Mephisto's in the comic version, storyline. Mephisto's involved, so it's the same
Yeah,
kind of like
he
story or
makes
something
a
like
deal
that.
with the.
Mephisto or something like that.
He
Because
makes a deal with Mephisto after he couldn't get it done. Was it Doctor Strange in that too? I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know this comic. I
Yeah,
don't read too many comics.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Ray Doomzilla breaks it down. Go check that out too. SF Comic Hour podcast,
Yeah.
YouTube podcast. So check those guys out. They were talking about it, but I liked it already. The little scene, with when Doc Ock comes out. They didn't show Toby or the other cat that played Spidey, but I'm pretty
Toby.
sure they're gonna
Toby's the weakest one.
Nah, Toby's sick.
Toby's
Trip.
weak. Guys, we gotta help him, man. We gotta
Toby's-
help him. We gotta help him.
It's all right. But yeah, shit. I'm surprised the movie's coming out in December.
Yeah, I thought it was
Right, this
November,
year?
but I guess
thought
did it get pushed back?
Well, they got Eternals. Well, I think you got Eternals coming out.
Okay, I was probably just
So you
wrong
got,
on
I
that.
think, yeah. So you got September. You got the Legend of
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that one, and then Eternals in November, and I'm pretty sure that's Christmas. Spidey. I thought for sure that was going to be a movie in summer 2022, but shit, that even got me more like oh shit, I'm ready to watch this now. So I'm definitely be watching
That
this
one might break some
Thursday,
Thursday. Box office
Yeah.
records too.
Yeah. So I'm definitely be watching this on a Thursday, probably 6 or 7 o'clock, and you're gonna know this is gonna sell out. I mean, this might be the movie that
That's what I'm saying. This
film,
might be the box office.
yeah.
Because if there's rumors that all three of the Spideys are going to be in there, you're going to get some of the Sinister Six. There's rumors of that as well.
Yeah. Well, you already had a little glimpse of the little Sandman. You had the little like lightning. That's going to be Electro. So and you already showed Doc Ock, and then they showed the little bomb. That's going to be the Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. I'm not sure who. So you're gonna get one of those guys. Already like four. That's four villains already. Then with the rumor of the 3 Spider-Mans. I mean, shit. You're basically having that meme movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, with the Spidey, pointing at each other. So I mean, that shit right there. I'm ready to watch that
I
shit
think I
now.
hope they put Miles
That's
Morales in though. That
definitely
would be
day
sick if
one.
they put Morales in there.
That's another one too. Yeah, because you're getting that second part to that movie. Is it this year as well? No, or next year?
Oh, the Spider-Verse? That what you're talking about? Spider-Verse? Frozen. You there? You there? Leo's in the Matrix. He's in the Spider-Verse right now. Give him a couple seconds to snap out of it. He's contemplating whether Jimmy should start right now. You can see there, focused look on his face, saying maybe Trey Lance should start. Interesting. Anyway, so no, the trailer looks sick. From my perspective, this movie's going to be has potential to be one of the best of the MCU flicks. Especially, you're going to get a lot of cameos in there. There's been rumors of like Blade. There's been all kinds of rumors. I don't know if it's going to live up to the hype rumor wise, but like if you're going to get so many cameos, there we go. We got Leo back.
There you go. She was tripping.
It's all good. No, I was just saying, like, do you think it can live up to the hype? Because we've been hearing so many fucking cameo rumors. I mean, I don't know if
Oh
you've heard the same ones
yeah.
I've heard. I heard like Blade. I've heard all kinds of shit.
Oh damn! I've heard all that. You already know how Marvel's game is. They like to hype more than it is. But I expect this movie to be good. I mean, I like the last two
I
Spider-Man
didn't like the
films
second one that much. It
with
was okay.
Tom Holland. You gotta watch it again. I think I remember that too. I remember saying the same thing. Like, okay, this wasn't our. It was okay. It was cool. I went to go watch it with Leah, but then I watched it again at home, and I've already watched it twice at home. Since having Disney Plus, I believe it's on Disney Plus, right? I think, or I watched it HBO Max. I'm not sure when, but now with these movie sites, I was able to watch it again. I ended up watching it twice already, and I was like, "Oh shit, this movie's pretty damn good." Because I remember being like that too when I watched in the movie theater. I was like, "It's cool, it was all right." But then watching it 2 more times, I would say this movie's the whole storyline was Mysterio, and when they're in the UK, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is pretty good."
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. I only watched it once, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll take your advice. I'll go check it out maybe sometime this week. But initially I wasn't super impressed with it. I thought it was okay.
Did you
But
like the one with Vulture, the first one with Tom Holland?
yeah, I liked the first one. I thought that
Okay,
was
yeah.
good. That was solid. I definitely thought that was the better of the two.
Okay.
But I'll watch it again. We got a comment here from Trenton Ellingsworth. The part in the new trailer, "Be careful what you wish for, Parker," is obviously Gwen's father from Andrew Garfield, The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay. I wasn't even tripping on that. I assumed it was I thought it was Doctor Strange talking when he said that little part. But he's probably right. I gotta go. I gotta
Could
go and
be.
rewatch that
Yeah,
trailer again
shit.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to slow. Yeah, it's one of those trailers like a lot of stuff are going on, like it's really fast. So those are the kind of trailers I like. Like, oh shit, it's like too many shit. So you're gonna miss a lot of stuff. So but like I said, you definitely be watching this on Thursday when this comes out. Definitely be buying my ticket online and maybe watch it like at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock
Oh
showing.
yeah, that's just gonna sell out too. I'm
And
gonna
that's
have to
another
get
thing,
on that
yeah.
ticket
And that's
quick.
another thing too. I mean, this might be the movie that brings the theaters back, especially Christmas.
I'm gonna be trying to get that. They got at the Regal. Is it the Regal? Yeah, Regal. I'm gonna try to be in that 4DX or whatever that shit is, where
Okay.
the
Oh,
where it moves.
Ray
I haven't been to
Juzilla
one
told me
yet.
about that. He said that shit was sick. I think he watched it over there at Soultown. He was telling me I need to definitely check that out. And I'm not sure what movie he saw, but he highly recommended it.
Yeah, so I'm
I need to
trying
go
to
to
get
that.
tickets for that one.
I need to go to that theater. I haven't tried. I haven't seen it. I haven't been there yet, but definitely need to go check it out.
They're cool. Their food is alright.
Okay.
Cinemark's better, I think. But they do have a bar. That's cool. They got a bar. They
Oh,
serve
okay.
beer and like some mixed drinks. And the popcorn was all right. It wasn't like
That's what
Cinemark's
told me
better.
too.
Cinemark
That's what told
popcorn is
me.
the best out of all them
Oh,
theaters.
that popcorn. movie
shit
theater
hits.
popcorn is the best.
And I mean, it's cool. Like it's a brand new theater, so it's cool. I like it. But some of the Cinemarks I think are a little bit better. They're more comfortable reclining seats. Do you
What kind
know
of chair
if
they got?
the
Got those
Mission is the
lounge?
new Mission back yet?
I don't know. I don't think it's
Doomzilla,
open.
Doomzilla, where you at?
Yeah, yeah. I remember they got posted that they're going to be reopening soon, but now with the in the city, the new mandate, if you're going to be indoors,
And it's
especially the
new ownership too, right? I believe somebody else took
I'm
over.
not sure.
I think
But
they sold it.
okay, I think Ray Doomzilla was talking about that, but also with the new mandate in the city with the mask, and then if you need, most since they serve food and have a bar inside, so you would need a vaccine card to be in there, so to enter. So that's another thing too. So
What are your
I
thoughts
don't
on
know if
that?
that's
On that whole vaccine thing, real quick.
I actually I was feeling it. I went on Saturday. I was gonna get a burrito with my son. My son's not vaccinated. I am, but I wasn't feeling
Damn.
it the way how they just said it. They're like, "Oh, your son needs a vaccination card." I was like, you know what? Fuck
Can't
y'all.
you do a negative COVID test too, though?
I don't know. Well, he has a
I think you can
well.
get a negative COVID test as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could have got a COVID test like in his results like in 20, 30 minutes. No, it's a place over there. You can get that quick. But yeah, I wasn't feeling that first. And then also today, I went to get some coffee just to go inside and get some coffee. They're like, oh, just to sit down.
You forgot
You're
your
like, oh,
card or something?
no, I got my card. But I was just not feeling that. You're like, oh, let me see your vaccine card. Oh, can I see your ID? Make sure your vaccine matches. I was like, really, we doing all this for a cup of coffee? And if I want to sit down in your establishment, but I was like, all right, I feel it. I wasn't really feeling it, but I see what they're saying, but I really ain't feeling it.
All right, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it personally either. I'm okay with it, but I personally I haven't been going nowhere anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even tripping. Don't affect me too much. I've been
Yeah.
keeping a low profile, just still sucker ducking, staying away from the creeps with the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and you ain't gonna catch me at many public events for a minute. I'm gonna be on the
Yeah.
low, just so we see where this new Delta variant is going. I'm in no rush to get back to shit. I'm good. I'm chilling. So
Yeah, I hear
that's
you.
just me though. A lot of people are anxious to get out, and I feel that. So I can see the
Oh yeah.
inconvenience in that.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this Marvel shit. What is your like hype level for this shit? Like, what would you say for this
Honestly,
Spidey movie?
with the films that I've seen this year, I would say this would be the most anticipated movie. Especially now, I thought for sure it
That
was gonna come out
Eternals
next.
trailer look good too, though.
Eternal looks good, but then I mean, I'm not sure is all the action they're gonna show. I have no knowledge of these characters.
I think there's gonna be more action.
I
That could
really
be a
don't
good
know.
thing though, because look,
Yeah.
you go back
That's
and you
true.
look at Guardians of the Galaxy, there was a lot of
Yeah,
similar talk, like, oh, why are they making these guys? They were weak in the comics.
yeah.
They weren't even
Making
major
this.
players. And
Yeah,
that
that's what
shit is
Ray
probably
Doomzilla.
they're up there with
That
like
was one of the best Marvel films. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And then and they do have that director. I think it was a Academy Award winner director. Not
Chloe Zhao or something. I think
Yeah.
that's her name.
Yes. So
Yeah,
it has to.
I had no
I have no knowledge.
idea, no knowledge of Guardians of the Galaxy. And like
Oh,
I said,
I did.
that worked out being good because I didn't know who the
Hmm.
fuck they were. Um Other than they had the raccoon, I knew about Rocket, but I didn't know nothing of their storyline. So
Hmm.
that actually was a good thing for me because it was a fresh
Hmm.
take, something new and
Uh-huh.
funny. And this is like this you could tell this can be more
Yeah.
serious. Um and
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I've read a little bit like recently about the Eternals, so I know like a little bit of the backstory. But going into the movie,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be pretty much in the dark, and I think that could be a good thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
solid. Like you said, out of all the films we've seen trailers for or whatever, definitely Spider-Man 2 is on the top of my list if
Yeah.
in the Marvel world,
Yeah. The
because
Marvel.
Ghostbusters 2, Ghostbusters whatever 3,
That looked nice.
Afterlife might be
Afterlife.
the best one.
Okay.
Most
Yeah.
excited, but
Hmm.
I'd say I'm like a 9 out of 10 on the excitement level for this shit.
Yeah. I'm a big Spidey fan. Maybe not as big as Ray Doomzilla, but definitely a Spidey fan. And my son, he's another Spidey fanatic. So this definitely of other movies that's coming out, I would say this one is the more I've been more anticipated. Um, the trailer looks nice. I just like you said, we for me with how Guardians of that Galaxy was with you, you had no knowledge. This one I have no knowledge, but I do have I have the potential to be a bust. But definitely I'll be watching this. I definitely will be checking it out. But
It
yeah, I
looks
don't know.
sick
It looks
visually,
cool. Yeah, it
the
looks
way
yeah
it's
yeah yeah
shot.
yeah
And then on top of that, you got a solid cast. You got
yeah. That's
the
no
two Game of Thrones cats. You got
Angelina Jolie.
Salma, Angelina,
Salma, I didn't know she was in it. Right there, I was like, oh
um, the
shit, she's
dude
on it.
from Silicon Valley. I was just watching
Mm-hmm.
that shit the other night. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Uh, the Pakistani dude from Silicon Valley, he's on there. Uh, and then what else? A couple other cats. It looks like a solid fucking cast. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it has
The
potential.
vision. Yeah. Yeah.
And you may get some Thanos backstory a little bit in there, sprinkled in
Yeah.
there.
We already heard the
Possibly
name
introduction
already.
of Galactus, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think it has potential to do some things inside of the Marvel universe to have some impact. Uh, you may not get a sequel. You may get this might be a one shot only. Um,
Introduce more other characters or
yeah,
somewhat.
but
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get more of the outer space and celestial beings and that kind of stuff introduced here. So I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I think it's gonna be solid.
Okay.
Um, Marvel still continues to shine, and Shang-Chi, that it looks okay. It doesn't look
Mm-hmm.
great to me either. It looks okay,
I
but
give it a 7 out of anticipation. Yeah.
I have been pleasantly surprised in the past with some Marvel films. So I think like I wasn't looking forward to Ant-Man, but I thought Ant-Man was pretty damn funny. Both of them I liked.
First one. Yeah. 2.
I
Yeah.
like part two as well. So um, I'm a MCU fan for sure.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I've
yeah.
been watching the old X-Men cartoons with my daughter. Leia likes them, so
The Fox
it's
ones.
been the old school one. It's been fun to see
Nice.
those again. A lot of shit I forgot on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Immortus was actually on one of the episodes. We just watched that episode. It was like they were dealing with time and timelines and shit, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like disguising himself as some like crazy dude.
Oh shit,
And
bro.
Bishop was in there. Cable. It was like a 4-part episode, a
Nice.
4-part little series. And at the end of it, like when it's all said and done, the dude shapeshifts and it turns into Immortus, which we all know is the one of the Kang alternates or variants, whatever you want to call it. So that was kind of cool, especially
Mm-hmm.
after just seeing Loki. To see that, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Immortus!" Like, okay, I see that. So that was kind of dope. That cartoon is still sick. It holds up pretty
Oh
well.
yeah.
Wolverine is hella funny in there. He's savvy. He's talking hella shit,
Hate
savving it
love.
out.
Mm-hmm.
I go where I want to go. Punking on Cyclops, getting sick on
Always.
Cyclops, getting hella sick on Magneto, talking
Mm-hmm.
hella shit. Definitely steals the show. He's fucking hilarious. And Gambit's kind of cool on there too, and a Rogue. So yeah, we got to get that. We got to get the X-Men done right in the
Oh
MCU.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hopefully, we get it done properly. It is hard to do because you have so many aspects, but man, we got to get that done right, and we got to get Fantastic Four done right, and then we'll be off to a man. We'll be on another level if you can get all those properties involved in the MCU, possibly at the same time, going concurrent with each other. It's going to open up a lot. I think they're aiming for that Secret Wars anyway.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just hope they don't let it marinate too long. I hope they get to the shit. You know what I mean? I hope they don't. I hope they don't let it simmer too long because that is a possibility
Mm-hmm.
where they try to milk it out too much without dropping any of these other properties in there. I think it needs to be done properly, but I think MCU has a pretty good track record. I know Ray Doomzilla is not as big on them, but I've been a huge fan of the MCU, so I'm hoping that they can incorporate it all right and keep the machine moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And speaking of MCU, let's end the night with What If. That's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Just quick takes on the episodes and what we're expecting in the next episode. So, what did you think of the last episode? Did you get to watch the full episode?
Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. I like it. Black Panther as Star Lord. And then he
Yeah, a lot
surprised
of
me with
cameos.
a lot of cameos. Especially with Thanos, I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Drax as the bartender, that was hella funny.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck was there. You see, Astro Dog was there, showed up
Yeah,
real quick. So it had a lot of cameos of the whole like Guardians of the
Nebula. Yeah, I
Galaxy.
didn't think.
Nebula was there. Yeah, at first I was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Okay," so definitely, yeah, I like it. It
Did you
has.
like what they did with the Star Lord? Like, did you like the whole I guess the whole thing, the angle they were going for?
Yeah, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it's cool.
Any
I like.
complaints?
Nah, I can't complain. I watched it. Watching it felt like you're reading a comic book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Has that vibe to it. I mean, once again, I like the art. I like the style and the voices of the characters. I'm not sure if it was the actual actors, but
Some of them are, some of them
yeah,
aren't.
yeah. So they were on point, and I like So it also has a good story to it. Um, so I definitely um
I,
like the series. I'm not sure what's tonight's episode, but that's another thing. I'm not trying to get in like what's next on the next episodes. I'd like to watch these as like because I didn't even know it was the T'Challa as Star Lord. So I'm watching these. I'm just
so
watching them.
if you got a score for this last episode, what would you give it out of? Let's go out of 10.
Um, I'm a I'm a T'Challa fan. I love Black Panther. I'll probably get an 8.5. Then the whole Thanos and Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
concept that was dope. Even the action scenes was sick. The little fighting scenes, I thought it was sick. So I'll give it a solid eight. I'll say 8.5 for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm with you on that. I'll go 8. The one gripe I did have was Thanos was kind of weak, like his power level, because
Oh,
if
he
I'm not
was.
mistaken, like he was like way more salve even
He had
without
the
the
armor.
stone.
He didn't have that armor.
But even without that shit, I think he's pretty fucking
He
strong
was
still.
being. He was. He was. I
He
think. What
died
was
though,
it?
right? They killed him.
No, he's there.
At the end.
No, he was
I,
there.
I thought he got killed by the
No,
by
he
his
was at the
arm.
end. He was
Oh,
talking
he
about
was
his
there.
own. He was talking about his own plan, and they was like, "Oh, it sounds like a genocide."
No, but then he went and did that shit, right?
No,
And
he was there at the end. He didn't die.
okay, all right. I thought I read something that he died. I was kind of tired
I don't
watching the
think
last
so.
week.
You haven't watched?
No, I watched it, but I was kind of tired.
Oh, you gotta watch these.
But it
Yeah,
was good.
see,
I still give it a solid score. Like
yeah,
you had the good cameos. Collector was all steroided
collect
out.
Bob Fest. Yeah.
He's kind of getting sick. And the Star Lord, it was a nice little tale. It was a twisted little tale. What you
Mm-hmm.
expect from a what if
Oh yeah.
show. And I'm still like trying to piece together if we're gonna be getting them all together at the end, like if they're gonna
Think
form that
so.
Guardians of the Universe. I think it's called. I think it's something like that in
Mm,
the comics, where you're
not
gonna get all
sure.
these people. But you definitely see like in the season trailer, you've seen some of them in each other's stories. So I
Mm-hmm.
think we are gonna get some kind of. I think they are gonna assemble some kind of team out of this,
Okay.
which is cool. I think I said that last week, but yeah, I think this will be cool. So far, I think it's a solid thing. It's a
Mm-hmm.
different take from Marvel, and I think it's been pretty impressive. I think
Yeah.
I've liked all of their Disney Plus shows so far.
Mm-hmm.
The one I liked the least was WandaVision because I think it was a little bit too slow, and it was misleading, intentionally misleading. They were fucking with the fans a little too much, so I wasn't feeling that. But this has been good, and hopefully we keep the ball rolling tonight because
Better than uh Winter
Falcon and Winter
Falcon.
Soldier was kind of weak too. The last like 3 episodes, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really feeling those.
I think WandaVision was sick, even though with the that's another thing. It's just too much.
I don't know. Out of those two, I would
I don't know.
probably
With WandaVision, I wouldn't even say it was more the fans. All we were all
nah.
talking
They were
about it.
playing
I
mind
think that's what it
games. They
was.
went too far with that shit. With
But
they
overall,
said
it was a dope ass
they
series,
said
though.
that it was gonna be
Well, that's on
that
the
that.
characters. That was on the actors.
No, they said there was gonna be a major cameo, and the cameo was nobody. There was no fucking cameo. Uh, you were
The
expecting like
cameo
a
was.
Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, that's I see. But that's what you do though. I
They
mean,
they said a Luke Skywalker level cameo.
and it was the
And then you had the whole
White
Ralph
Vision.
Boner, the whole white. That was weak. The whole white Ralph Boner shit, that was garbage. Trash. Like you bring him in to do that. You bring in Quicksilver from another property to do that. Like that was trash. But overall, I mean, I still did like it. The battle scenes with Agatha were kind of sick, and yeah, like it was suspenseful, kept you guessing. So I did like that aspect of it. But I think some of it was kind of like they misled with some of the stuff. But I mean, it was still good, still a solid show. Definitely not weak. I think I might give that an edge over Falcon and Winter Soldier because Falcon and Winter Soldier tailed off towards yeah, that whole thing with the power broker that was weak too. Sharon Carter's the power broker. I wasn't feeling that. Like nobody. She don't have that like sentimental value. Like people don't really give a fuck about Sharon Carter like that. For her to be like the power broker and it to be a big kind of reveal. Like, do we really give a fuck about Sharon Carter like that? Like, nah, not really. She's not a main character like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're gonna get with these shows. You're gonna get like those, C-listed D characters. Having a major role. But other than that, I thought it was good. It was all right.
I thought Loki was the best. I thought Loki. I know a lot of people hate on Loki, but I like.
I gotta watch Loki again. I honestly, I think I gotta watch Loki again because there was some.
I thought Loki was solid.
Yeah. Damn.
All right, so I think that's it. The what if we're done with what if for the night. We're done for the night in general. What if Womack actually showed up for an episode? That's what we could do next week. Or what if Womack actually helped promote the podcast? That would be. Yes, this. He's been busy. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. I can't hate on him. He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. Lightweight. He do be fucking off too, though. So. But yeah. Well, Matt, get your ass back here so we can have our Jimmy Wars, vaccine wars, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp type shit. Because Womack, he's very passionate about Jimmy. I'll tell you that. I'll give him that.
I didn't know he liked Jimmy that much.
Yeah, because remember back in the day, he
hated him. He
didn't want us to trade for him.
Yeah.
He said he was garbage. He said some names that we can't say on air. Yeah. All right, but shit, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go watch this What If with the kids. And
for sure.
Any events happening this week we need to know about? Other than the Jake Paul fight, the preseason. Is there any boxing? I don't think there's any boxing this week. Straight up boxing, MMA, first boxing. But any other shows? Any other shows, real quick? What are you watching?
Right now, I've been watching What If. Really, other than I've been watching a lot of Giants baseball. Been watching that really, and that's it. And I've just been watching the old ass movies that I just go on HBO Max, start looking around like, oh shit, I haven't seen that in years, or oh shit, I haven't seen that before. I need to watch it. So I've just been watching old movies that I missed out.
Silicon Valley again. That's just funny.
Yeah, that's another one I need to finish. Because I think I know I'm on that last season, but I just didn't finish it. I think I'm on like third or fourth. I was watching what was it called? I was on Netflix. I watched 2 episodes of the Cocaine Cowboys Miami.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check that one out too.
I was watching that, but other than that was.
You watched that new UFO show on there? They had like a new UFO show on Netflix. It just released, I think, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I haven't got around to watch it yet either, but I don't know if it's any good. I gotta peep it.
I need to check
I've been
that
watching
out.
Ultimate Fighter. They got that back on. It's on the ESPN. I have the ESPN Plus with the Disney little promo package, whatever the fuck it is. And I've been watching that on there. Ultimate Fighter is good. I used to watch it back in the day, but I hadn't watched it in a few years. So I think it had been off for a couple of years too. So they brought it back, and it's been pretty good. Some good fights on there. So I've been checking that out. And yeah, like I said, Silicon Valley, that shit is hilarious. That should be having me dying.
Okay.
And I haven't watched too much though. Like I've been watching a lot of sports. I've been getting ready for the fantasy league, so I've been scouting some
okay. Yeah, I need to do
preseason games.
I definitely need to do that.
See, I got a couple cutty ones ready for y'all. I'm not talking this year. I'm not saying any names. Y'all gonna have to do your own research. Keeping
All
it tight. The lips are sealed on these the cutty little sleepers. So yeah, we'll see. Big money on the table. We playing for. We gotta figure that out too. We gotta get this belt rolling. We gotta get our championship belt ordered. We'll work on that this week and draft September 5th.
All right.
Any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody who's been watching. Shout out, folks that be retweeting us on Twitter, likes and all that. Appreciate
Weird ones. Shout out to the Weird Ones podcast.
Oh yeah, Weird Ones always giving us love. Yeah, shout out to them. And What's in Your Cup podcast. Check them out too. They always giving us love too. So check out those folks, and also check out the SF Comic Hour with Ray Dubzilla, with
yeah, no doubt.
Max Effort. I think
Get your comic book knowledge.
Yeah,
a lot of comic book knowledge in there.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and also they be having the Honda Lori. He just dropped some comments, and he's usually dropping the comments on our podcast. Yeah, so check him out, and shout out to AD for always checking us out too. Right on.
Yeah, no doubt. Right on to everybody for showing the love. We do like comments. We will comment. We'll talk back. We'll answer your questions on air. And also on IG, we're going to start posting some polls. We posted one last week just saying who you prefer, if you would start Jimmy or Trey. So we're going to be posting a lot of that stuff during the season and from here on out. So, drop on there and give us some comments as well.
Hell yeah.
And we'll probably work something out for Twitter to get some polls out there too, just to get you guys engaged and some of your opinions. If you want to argue with us,
what y'all talking about,
with us, whatever, we can go from there. So you can find us on Instagram at Gold Dirty Bastards with the Z podcast. And like I said, we post a lot of memes on there. We make some, we take some from other people, post a lot of funny shit on there. And then we post times of events and stuff like that. So check us out on there. Definitely give us a subscribe, on a follow on Instagram as well as Twitter and here on YouTube. And Leo, why don't you break it down where they can find us on Twitter?
Yeah, you can follow us at Gold Bastards, and that's a Z, Bastards. So yeah, check us out there. Retweet, leave comments, let us know what you think about the show, podcast, what we could do. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to be a guest, we may be open to having some special guests on. If you're interested in dropping by. We like to have 3 or 4, but some nights we can only get 2, like tonight, just doing the 2-man crew.
2-man reggae crew.
But if you are interested and you have some sports-based knowledge and you want to get on the air, let us know. We can try to make it happen. If you want to do a crossover, if you're a podcast, cross promote with us or jump on ours, we jump on yours. We're down for that. So, just get at us in the DMs, either on Twitter or on Instagram. IG, and we'll make something work. And on that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we out. And Womack, Jimmy's getting the bench.